let's go. 3, 2. I got my family here. I mean, you guys just permanent residents now. Cheat Code's in the building. Round of applause for
Yo,
What's up? What up?
Yo.
We're back.
But this time, you guys failed to bring me Leon's Bagels.
Sorry,
you know what I'm
man.
saying, Kevy, you came rocking the DJ's merch, and I don't get a tee. You know what I'm saying?
Totally blank, man. My bad.
Give it. Take it off.
We'll do a t-shirt swap after the conversation.
It was a really busy day yesterday.
Let's talk about the build up and the run up towards the album. I mean, we got at the time of this taping here, 20 something days. But how's it feeling as we get closer to the end of July and this brand new album, Future Renaissance, fam?
It feels great. We've been performing a lot of the songs live.
Yeah.
We just did Avant Gardener, and we brought an LP,
Yeah.
the song called Human. So that was the first time we played it live, actually.
Yep.
Get the live vocals, and the crowd was all about it, and yeah.
Yeah, as that starts to happen, as you guys start to, really get, these songs under your belt and seeing the crowd react so far, dude, what's that energy feeling like? I mean, is it a sense of, gosh, man, maybe accomplishment already? Is it like we know that this one is going to be another slapper? Like, where's the energy at as you see the crowds really start to react now?
Yeah, man, it feels good. The fact that we've been working on this album for more than a year at this point, year and a half, something like that, it feels good to be able to play them live and see people's reactions, and it's been really great so far.
We last saw you guys with an accordion player in the building.
Yes, sir.
That was one of the most insane instruments that I think I've ever heard in a dance track. You guys have a song with is Kenny gonna hop onto the stage at some point in time?
I think we need to bring him out somewhere.
Kenny G.
Yeah, we might have to bring him to I don't know, Good Morning America or something.
Yeah,
Some late
classic.
night. He's down though. That he was probably one of the coolest collaborators we've met, just because he really cares about his craft.
Yeah.
Like when we did the video, he made sure he wanted to bring his vintage, irreplaceable saxophone. He couldn't bring his backup, and he was like, he really wanted. We're like,
Yo,
there's
Gotta
no
sound
audio,
perfect.
right? Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't actually matter what it sounds like, right? We're not recording your sax. It's like it doesn't matter. It's important.
It
I
has,
need
Yeah.
to-
well,
I gotta play it
that
for real.
saxophone definitely has a name.
It's got to.
It's got to, right?
Yeah,
If we
exactly.
Think about,
Like Cheryl or
Gotta
something.
be some kind of name, dude.
And at the video,
Matt said Cheryl. Oh my God.
at the video, he was telling us that anytime we need horns in the future, just let us know, and he's down to just record the sax and get it done, even if with his name not on it. So he's like, which is super cool.
That's what I was gonna say. That's got to be super dope to now, find these icons. I mean, these are now friends of yours. These are people who you can call on at the drop of a hat. What does it feel like to be those creators that can rely on dope collaborators to come through and to allow you all as producers also to help create and enhance what they do super well?
Yeah, we always just try to start with the idea, and if it's a good enough idea, then it feels like mutual benefits. You
Yeah.
know, like, oh, they came up with a cool top line, or we had this song with CeeLo, for example, and we were trying to be annoying to him so that he would listen to the song, because we know he's like a busy guy.
Yeah.
But I think we just annoyed him enough, and then we went back and forth, and he wrote some bars on the verse, and we came up with something cool. So with Go to Hell.
How does a track start for you guys? Like, where does, if you could give us the anatomy of a Cheat Codes record, is it the melody first? Is it the beat first? Is it you have a vocalist in mind? Where does it all begin?
It definitely changes, for every track, but usually just involves us getting in a room together, and if somebody has an idea, whether it's a concept, a word, a little melody, whatever, just something that inspires us to kind of keep creating and building on it.
Okay.
I will say the interesting thing, I don't think we've ever written specifically for a particular collaborator. I think it's
Got it.
always we come up with the idea first, and then we're kind of like, who would this work for?
Yeah.
And then we just kind of explore all those angles. So we did Go to Hell. We wrote with Jackson Foote and Bryn Christopher, who we've done records in the past, but Bryn has this crazy voice, crazy range, sings really high, crazy runs, and we're like, there's only 2 artists that could nail. It's like Bruno
Yeah.
Mars or CeeLo Green. They're the
Boom.
only people that could
Let's go
nail
after 'em.
this
Yeah,
vocal.
yeah.
So
Dead ass.
yeah.
Okay. Well, what does a Maxwell song sound like? let's start there.
Yeah.
Let's
You guys
go.
have
What's
one?
your
Yeah,
range?
Yeah,
What's your-
something. What's my range? Yeah,
your
Kevin,
range,
you
man?
have anything on a terabyte somewhere on
Key
a
of
hard
G.
drive that matches what I could do? You know what I mean?
I think I
We've
got
been
it.
friends
Let's get
for
you
10
on
years
there,
now.
dude.
It's about damn time that we collaborate.
Maybe
for real.
I'm thinking Snoop Dogg Sensual Seduction vibe. That
Yeah.
could be a good
Whoa, okay.
direction
okay.
I
for you.
can see that.
Yeah, we're always in your
Sensual
studio. You got to come to our studio, dude.
Okay, that's facts, dude.
Let's
you guys
go.
are always here with me. I need to, and there's been several times that you guys have been so welcoming. And let me just say that I'm looking dead down this camera here. You guys have been the most welcoming brothers thus far, man. Open your door, and I feel like a bit of I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I'm a bit of an asshole for not taking advantage.
Oh, no,
Do you
dude,
guys
you're a
have
family.
comfortable couches when you say, "Hey, come and
Oh
crash"?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, for
Anytime
sure.
you're in Vegas, I got a place there. I got
Yeah.
extra rooms. I got
All right.
beds. You can come
I
stay.
will-
Portland, LA,
Once
whatever.
again,
man.
Come
next
out.
time I'm on the West Coast, dude, it could coincide with the fact that you guys are going back home for a bit before you hop on stage in what we were saying, Denver, here pretty soon. The road, man, you guys stay on the road. How excited is 2025 shaping up for you guys to get out and perform more? Is it going to be more pop-ups? Is it going to be, you know, a
Yeah,
little
that
bit
was
of
the
those
first-
things in
the
between?
first-
pop-up we ever did.
First pop up we did was at Leon's Bagels here in New York City,
Yeah.
and it was a really great experience because it was really intimate, and it was like our diehard fans. We had fans that came out with like cheat codes, tattoos, and we actually
You
gave
gave away some tattoos.
we gave
didn't
away
you?
some tattoos.
Yeah. You got some new ink?
Yeah,
We
these
all
guys
got
it.
tattoos.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
go.
So shout out,
Sword.
There it is.
Future Renaissance
Oh.
sword. Let's
Yeah.
go. Come on.
So
cat.
shout out Tiny Zaps here in New York.
Where's yours? You got like a little.
I got a little thing. I just got
you little-
married,
yeah,
so it's
there it
kind of
is.
like
Man,
represents
congratulations
our
on
marriage.
that.
Little locket.
Everything.
Yeah.
Dude, where's the Princess Rosie tat?
I didn't
dude?
get one, dude, this time.
You
I
know,
didn't get
come
one.
on, we need
It's too covered. There's no space.
I have no more space.
I-
in
that's-
it. I was
that
gonna
is
go for
very
the
true.
face, but my girl's like, "No, you can't."
Nah, keep that.
He was trying to say he's scared of needles. We're like, I don't believe you, bro.
No, it's not that I'm scared. I faint sometimes with needles now that I'm older.
Yeah.
I was trying to tell Matt that, and he's like, "What do you mean you have so many tattoos?"
No, that was when I was younger, dude. Yeah, we can't do that. I want to rewind time back, and I want to think about, as you said, some of the diehard fans are there. Folks are pulling up and showing up of every show. Would you think, like, from the very inception, you know, Visions, like that all of a sudden it would have amounted to where we are here, continuing to do what you love to do and seeing people along the ride for such a long time?
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely always the goal, but it's always, it's always really cool and humbling and just, exciting to see people like yesterday, like showing up with tattoos, saying, that we inspired them to get into, dance music or
Yeah.
whatever else. So, I mean, that stuff's just really, really cool.
It's almost as weird that was like the name of the song as you were like looking forward into the future. I mean, having
Yeah.
this vision as to like,
That
yo,
was the idea.
we're gonna be here for a minute. God, dude, what continues to make you guys want to challenge yourself, and what, how does that flame still stay lit?
Yeah, just doing different genres, I think, and
Yeah.
exploring. And there's so many new artists that come up and that you're just like, oh, I haven't heard this guy. Let me check him out. And then that can inspire. And the fact that we do dance music and being able to combine those things, I always bring up the country album we did
Yeah.
because, like, that was, like, kind of a stretch for me.
But it
It's-
worked,
I
though.
wasn't sure if it was going to work out. And
Yeah.
then when we put it all together, it's one of my favorite projects that we did. But for this project, I think we did a lot like soulful, gospel sounding stuff. We kind of wrote with somebody like Jackson Foote, who wrote on No Promises. So we kind of were like, oh, who can we hit up that, like, from the beginning of our project was kind of like our original inspiration and kind of get some of that back.
And you guys are sprinkling us with a few singles as we lead up to the album. It's got to be a strategy. Like, how do you decide which ones the fans are going to get before the release? Like, how come it's like, all right, track 1, then it's 7, then it's 4, then it's 3, and then you leave the rest of them just
Yeah.
blank? Like, how do you decide? Is it just the way that it feels in your heart, the way that, you know what I mean, you guys are just one day vibing to a particular song extra heavy, and we're like, yo, I think that the world needs to hear this now, and give them a little, little salt
Yeah.
made up a little bit.
It can be tough to choose because there's, some songs on the album that we're dropping, with the rest of the album that you wish that kind of had their own, time in spotlight or whatever else. So, it can be hard to choose, but I think it just comes down to like whatever floats to the top, whatever we're most excited about.
Yeah.
And whether we're collabing with somebody that's, it also comes down to just logistics as far as, release dates,
Wow,
especially when
yeah.
you're collaborating with somebody else. It's like, when are we both free to release a song?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, you do a song with somebody like CeeLo, and it's like, we have a 2-month window, so like pick it.
So
It's
yeah,
like,
you kind of
okay,
got to be
like-
on their timeline a little tiny bit,
Yeah,
to
for
make
sure.
it work best, to have the most impact.
Exactly.
But to know that it is a part of a cohesive body of work and it is still gonna fit. I just say thanks, man, because it keeps us not waiting like too long. Like, you know what I mean? It's. I'm blessed and thank you all for always being that, that squad that is like, yo, Max, take a listen to this first. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, how does this feel? I mean, I remember hearing Bloom, a handful of weeks before it dropped. I'm like, these dudes are all rocking with Train now. Yo, this is when it's gonna be another heater. You know what I mean? So, so thank you for not making us wait too long as fans. Not that we deserve it or we're asking of you, but it's really rad that you guys are giving us these opportunities to be along this ride and this journey. So, lastly, as we get up out of here, I promise that there were no games, no tricks, no, you know what I'm saying, random cards that we're gonna, nothing I'm gonna pull out
I was hoping
out
you
of my
would,
sleeves.
man. I was looking forward to it.
I thought about it.
Oh, I wish you would have, bro.
I
wish you
thought about
would've.
it because I knew you guys were going to be listening extra attentively this time around.
Next time you got to bring it back, even if we know
I
it.
promise.
We'll try to catch him next time.
That's what the game is going to be next
Okay,
time. I do want to though seriously ask though, as we gear up into summer and it's here, it's your season. How hype are you guys to really get out there on the road? And
Yeah, we're stoked. And also another thing, we're going back to Europe for some shows.
Wow.
And we haven't been since COVID, so that's gonna be fun. Ibiza, Sweden,
Amsterdam.
Norway, Amsterdam, London. So
Yeah, I think we kind of had rumblings of that last time we
Yeah.
were here. Yes, now I
You
remember.
might be coming.
I
gotta
think
come.
I need to come to Ibiza, bro.
Yes.
Make it
please
happen,
come,
dude.
bro.
I
Ushuaia?
mean, Ushuaia is There's something different about being on that stage and the planes flying across,
Yeah.
and everybody just going absolutely out of their mind. You're on the brink of, am I going to survive this night or not? And there's something special about it. But you guys have always created the soundtrack to what is fun, what is energy, what is life for a lot of people, and just like congrats on hitting the nail on the head, and thanks for being those dudes for real since day dot. Like,
Thank you for
man.
supporting us,
Appreciate it.
bro.
Appreciate you.
Always, man.
All the love, man. One more time to my brothers. Can we give them a round of applause? This right here, Cheat Codes.
thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, bro.
Yeah, man. Woo.
Easy.